Hey guys, welcome back. So today it's Ipsy time. I don't know why I show the boxes and the packages. Does anybody actually care? I don't know. Anywho, so first things first, look at how cute the bag is. I don't know why this month I think the bag is like super especially cute. But anywho, definitely going to be putting that to some use. As usual, what I do is I go down the list of items the way they come on the card and then just talk a little bit about each and every single one. So jumping right into this is the Moly Peach Punch Sweet Foam Cleanser. I tried this. I'm not a fan. One, the peach scent to it is stronger than I think it should be. Just, I guess, for me personally, but in general, I think that anything that goes on the face, whether it be moisturizers, cleansers, or, you know, makeup, whatever, if it's going to have a scent, it most likely shouldn't. But if it's going to have a scent, it should be very light. This seems very strong to me. It stung my face. Whether it was the ingredients of the cleanser itself or whether it was just the scent that's in it, whatever it was, it stung my face. And I didn't feel like it did anything amazing. But it did leave, you know, the squeaky clean feeling of like just clean Tupperware. That's like very specific, but that kind of like when you rub your finger and you kind of get that, I kind of got that feeling on my face, which is very odd, very strange for me. I've never had that before, but I'm just not a fan of that one. So I would say that is definitely a hard pass for me. Next up is the bhCosmetics, the Bonjour Creamy Lip Stain in Salute. The color is that just all of my teeth. The color definitely not for me. The formula, however, it's okay. It's very creamy. I don't see how it's a lip stain unless when it fades there's some kind of color still there. As you can see, it does get on teeth and stuff like that. I would prefer there not be so much transfer. I don't know, like I'm back into glosses and stuff again, but there's something about this one that's just, I don't know, it just feels greasy and kind of oily as opposed to just comfortable. No, this is going to be another hard pass for me because of color and formula. Whatever it is, it just feels slippery and slidey and I'm just definitely not loving it. So I would skip out on that one. Next up is the Ico Black Magic Liquid Liner in Carbon Black. I love everything about it except the fact that it dries to this kind of like glossy finish. If this were matte, I would be absolutely in love. I went into this without any particularly high expectations of it because I normally don't have very good luck with these types of brush tips or any type of pen style eyeliner. They usually just don't work out for me. So I didn't really go into this with any kind of expectations whatsoever, and I was so pleasantly surprised, except for the fact that it just has like that kind of shiny finish to it. Otherwise, it glided right on the eyes. Even when I went over it to kind of touch up certain spots that I wanted to fill in to make sure it was black and not kind of spotty or splotchy looking, it didn't pick up the product underneath. It went right over it and glided on and made it blacker. I loved that so much. But man, that finish, I've been waiting for it to dry down, really hoping. I mean, quite honestly, if I wanted to, I could kind of powder over it with a black eyeshadow, but I don't know. I usually don't find myself doing that. I kind of just wish the pen itself, but it is a really, really nice pen. And again, didn't expect to like it, ended up really liking it, just wished it had just a matte finish to it, but that's really, really good. So if that's the kind of thing you like, that one works incredibly well. Next up is the Laura Sanchez Moot Eyeshadow in Chocolate Shake. So I just went for a one color eye look. I usually do something like this with just my bronzers. This one worked out fine. It turned out to be a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be in the pan, and especially because it's called chocolate shake, I expected more of a cool undertone to it. And yeah, that's, to me, it looks a little more brick reddish once it's on the lids. Is anybody else getting that kind of vibe from it? So definitely unexpected with that, but the color itself, really pigmented. The saturation is there. I didn't have any issues blending it out or anything. It worked really, really well. Just a little surprised by the color it ended up being, but otherwise beautiful shadow. And I love this packaging. How freaking cute is that? So you just have the moods on one side, and then you have her face, and then as soon as you open it up, you get the whole, she's holding a crystal ball thing. I thought that was just cute packaging. Next up is the bhCosmetics Rodeo Drive highlighter. This has been around for ages. I think everybody already knows that Rodeo Drive is a freaking blinding highlighter. Because I am so glowy already, and we'll get to that part in a second. I actually was very light-handed with this because I know how super blingy blinding this thing can be. Like I said, it's been around for a while. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that already. This stuff can really have an impact. But I chose to go a little more light-handed with it. Now, usually that would be the end of all the products, but because this time around I chose to add one product that I really, really wanted to try, and they had the trial size for $3, I decided to add it to my bag, and that's this right here, the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. Holy smokes, you guys, the freaking coverage on this, they're not joking. They are not joking when they tell you that this is full coverage. I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all. At this point, I'm kind of feeling like it's a tinted moisturizer. It has given my eyes like super hydration under there, because I've started noticing recently that my under eyes are changing. My concealers are really heavily sitting into fine lines around my eyes, and within, I don't know, 10-15 minutes of putting on my concealer, you can see them dramatically. Maybe you've noticed them in some of my videos, but I now, you know, when I sit there and I edit videos or when I check my makeup a little while after application, I see it now. I've been trying different setting powders and everything. I may have to just start switching up the concealers that I use, because I find that right now nothing is working for me. So I wanted to try this out to see, you know, how good it really was. I have not powdered it. I just put it straight on. I was not expecting the coverage that I got. So at first, even though I took like less than a pea-sized amount, I went a little too heavy on this side. So I had to really take like a fraction of that for the opposite eye. But the coverage is freaking incredible. I'm just like, it's not doing what the other concealers has done, at least not yet. I haven't been wearing it that long. But that like shininess under the eyes was not something I was expecting. There is still quite a bit of tackiness, and I've had this on for quite a while already while I've been trying to give it a chance to settle down. I picked up a few setting powders today that I want to try out that I've yet to try. So once I finish this video, I'm going to set it down, but they don't lie about the coverage, I tell you that much. Yeah, this is just, I mean, for $3 right now, as very little as I have to use, I feel like this little thing, if I end up liking it by the end of the day, we'll see. This little thing is going to last me a very long time, because man, that, I mean, so little is needed. That's, so far I'm kind of blown away, and my under eyes look pretty good, but again, we'll see how it wears throughout the day. But that was just a little bonus item that I kind of threw in for myself, because for $3 to try it out, why not? So that ends up bringing us to the end of this video. If you have any more questions or any specific questions about any of the products that I mentioned here, please feel free to leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. If you haven't already, please comment, rate, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You all have an amazing rest of the week and wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.